Welcome to CCS TV News, where we bring you highlights and happenings from Coweta County Schools. For the week of March 13th, I'm Dawn Revere.
And I'm Josh Johnson. We'll look ahead at coming events for the Coweta County School System. But first,
the Central Educational Center College and Career Academy recently completed an external review for the purpose of renewing the school's 5-year charter and heard from the state assembled team who reviewed the school's operations.
Welcome to the report out from the Dr. Joe Harless certification report that was conducted today by TCSG in collaboration with professionals from other college and career academies throughout the state. Today was really just a culmination of a several-month process where there's been an internal review here at the CCA, a report by Mark to the external team that was coming. That team then took all of the work that had been done ahead of time, uploading artifacts, and each team member reviewed those ahead of time, and they had homework. Today was an opportunity to hear from the various stakeholders in the process about CEC and the things that are being done here, which gets us to where we're at now is reporting the outcome.
The team conducting the formal review included other college and career academy leaders from around the state of Georgia and officials from the Technical College System of Georgia and the Georgia Department of Education. The school's charter, which allows the school the flexibility to offer unique programs and classes for students, is based primarily on the needs of local employers and students. Included in the months-long certification process was a thorough review of CEC's compliance with standards and assurances, program reviews, and interviews with CEC Charter Board members, school board members, and school system leadership, West Georgia Technical College leadership, CEC faculty members, parents, and students, and local business leaders and Coweta County economic development leaders. Their review team's findings at the February 2nd review team meeting ultimately recommended renewal of CEC's 5-year charter, pending a vote by the State Technical College System Board and State Board of Education.
The final one is required actions, and I'm not even going to define those because the CEC does not have any. There are no required actions today, and because there are no required actions, this is my favorite part, and I like to lead with it, is that the CEC will be recommended for certification to the State Board of the Technical College System of Georgia. So I like to throw that out there at the beginning so that everybody can take a deep breath and relax because all that work was worth it.
Coweta CEC was the first charter and career academy established in Georgia. Coweta educators and business leaders, including the late Dr. Joe Harless, led the effort to create CEC as an innovative model for charter schools in Georgia. The review process used at CEC and other Georgia charter academies is named in honor of Coweta's Harless. The Central Educational Center State Charter, awarded on a 5-year basis, provides flexibility in designing, implementing, and staffing unique programs for students. And the school received the formal report of last month's visit this week.
the school system watches weather closely to determine if it will affect school operations or pose dangers to students traveling to and from school. Though it has been a few years since Coweta experienced a snow day, the school system still has to warn parents of school closures or delays due to inclement weather conditions throughout the year. We sat down recently with Superintendent Evan Horton to talk about how those decisions are made and communicated with parents and students.
You get a warning from the National Weather Service, maybe a week from now, maybe a day or two from now. We're going to have some bad weather rolling in. Probably going to be okay, might not be.
Yeah.
What do you start doing?
Well, I'll give you an example. This morning, first thing I did when I came in, checked the Weather Channel, and I see that 14 days out, even though it's a Sunday, there's a chance of ice. February 5th. Now, that's going to change. It always does. But I immediately, in my mind, begin to go through, okay, if that forecast verifies, what will we need to do? Typically, I don't even have to call them, but a couple of our staff members, Ken Kesselring, who's Director of Safety, and Vince Bass, typically they're calling me saying, have you seen the forecast? Generally, I'll say, yes, I have. Let's watch it.
And I've got to point out, all three of you and others you'll confer with, all former principals, really know how weather can impact a building.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we begin to watch it, just keep tabs on it. As we get closer to the event, you begin to make those calls to the outside, EMA. I'll call Michael Terrell or Kevin Stanfield up at GEMA, say, okay, what do you think about this one? Typically within a few days of the event, the weather service starts to put out additional information, maybe in the form of emailed information, or sometimes they'll do special weather briefings on a
Live
daily
conferences.
basis, live conferences or pre-recorded conferences leading up to an event. So we have a lot of information coming in. And then on the day of or the day before, depending on what type of event, and it often happens here, you'll have several of our staff members here where we're game planning how we want to communicate, we're game planning how we want to react to the event, trying to collectively make the best decision. Do we go to school? Do we not go to school? And be able to get that word out. It is a true team effort.
That interview can be seen in its entirety on the school system CCS TV YouTube channel.
Now for a look ahead at events in our school system with East Coweta High student Olivia Rodriguez.
There's exciting entertainment and activities coming up this season at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts. This month, showcasing local artists at the Nixon Center's Gilo Gallery, the Kiwanis Art Show runs through March 22nd. Jeff Dayton, Glenn Campbell's longtime bandleader and guitarist, brings his Salute to Glenn Campbell March 23rd. Noonan High School performs their spring musical Descendants March 18th and 19th at the Nixon Center. East Coweta High School spring musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat will play April 27th through the 29th at the Nixon Center. Northgate High's spring musical Beauty and the Beast will go on stage in May, but you can see Northgate's players at the school's new drama facilities at Northgate this month when they present Once Upon a Mattress, March 23rd through the 25th at Northgate High School. And to find more information about the tickets, showtimes, and other upcoming Nixon Center events, go to www.thenixoncenter.net. Coweta students will have 2 holidays on March 16th and 17th as Coweta County employees hold spring teacher workdays. The next break scheduled for the school system will be spring break, April 3rd through the 7th.
Thanks, Olivia. Schools around Coweta County celebrated Black History Month in February, including East Coweta High School, whose program was attended by Naomi Ruth Barber King, the sister-in-law of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.
When he gave that speech, I Have a Dream speech, to me, he laid out the blueprint of when he said, I have a dream. He laid out the blueprints for, I think, for all people to follow.
The program at EC was carried live and can be viewed in its entirety on the CEC Network YouTube channel.
The Georgia Department of Education recently recognized East Coweta High School, Noonan High School, and Northgate High School as AP Honor Schools. All 3 schools earned the distinction of AP STEM and STEM Distinction Schools by the State Department, based on advanced placement course participation offered by the College Board. AP STEM Achievement Schools are high schools with students testing in at least 4 AP STEM courses such as calculus, statistics, physics, biology, chemistry, environmental science, or computer science, and with at least 50% of all AP STEM exams earning scores of 3 or higher. Advanced placement exams are administered by the College Board, which also administers the SAT. AP courses are one of several ways Georgia students can access college-level learning at the high school level, and students who receive a 3, 4, or 5 on an AP exam may receive college credit.
And finally, Coweta schools have announced their 2023 Teachers of the Year. Teachers of the Year selected each year by their school's fellow classroom teachers. They are chosen in recognition of their exemplary teaching and serve as ambassadors of the profession. Honorees represent grade levels from kindergarten through 12th grade and come from a wide range of educational disciplines, including elementary instruction, math, sciences, language arts and history, special education, PE, and school media specialists. Macy Fleming, a 3rd grade teacher from Welch Elementary School, is Coweta's 2022 Teacher of the Year and its nominee for State Teacher of the Year. Coweta's 2023 Teachers of the Year will be honored by members of the Board of Education at a ceremony on June 1st at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts. The annual Teacher of the Year ceremony is sponsored by the Coweta County Board of Education and the Noonan Pilot Club. Congratulations to all of Coweta's top teachers.
That brings us to a close for today's show. Thanks so much for joining us. CCS TV will return throughout the year to bring you stories from the Coweta County school system. Now some parting thoughts from Superintendent Evan Horton.
Every year, as we move towards the end of the school year, our schools recognize their classroom educators by naming a Teacher of the Year. All 32 schools in the Coweta County school system participate. They ask their teachers to nominate a colleague who exemplifies the best of the teaching profession. It's their fellow classroom teachers who nominate them and who go on to choose our finalists for Coweta County Teacher of the Year. Our Board of Education will recognize these outstanding professionals and name our nominee to Georgia Teacher of the Year on June 1st. It's always amazing what a wide range of teachers are chosen for this honor. Those who have worked as teachers for just a few years and those who have served for 30+ years are chosen by their schools. Men and women and nominees from all walks of life, grade level elementary teachers, math teachers, English teachers, fine arts and physical education, special education teachers and media specialists. Every category you can think of are pretty well represented as our school's top educators. What they all have in common, I think, is dedication to the students in their classroom and the children and young adults of this community, and a complete dedication to their role as a teacher. Our Teachers of the Year generally are enthusiastic about what they and their colleagues in their schools can do for young people, that they can improve lives and shape futures by maintaining a steady, vibrant, and nurturing classroom presence. Our Teachers of the Year are consistently committed to providing all students with a strong, traditional educational environment and with advanced academic opportunities every day of the school year. They are professionals who take what they do seriously, and they also love what they do every day in their classrooms. Those are character traits that are typical for those honored as Teachers of the Year. Those are also character traits, I think, that you find in abundance in the Coweta County school system. And it's a privilege to be able to honor that each year. So I want to congratulate our 2023 Teachers of the Year. You've been chosen as some of the best educators in our community by some of the best teachers in the state of Georgia.